Thank you. We are delighted to be the newest member to join APSCC, and thank you for giving us the opportunity to showcase our innovation and services. I am Rajiv Nair, and I represent SAT ADSL, which is a Belgian company, as a Senior Vice President for the Asia Pacific business. In the next 20 minutes, I shall take you through our service offerings and show you a demo of our platform neXat. Okay, so let's start by sharing what is the purpose of this organization. We are aiming to become a global aggregator of satellite connectivity services, and we are bringing in a disruptive business model into the satellite services industry thanks to our platform neXat. We have seen industries around us change. Nowadays, there is easier access to information available for buyers or users. However, such a progression has not been made in the satellite services industry, and that is exactly where we come in. To give you a basic concept, you are aware of sites such as booking.com, Airbnb, or hotel.com. Here, the user can see the possible hotel options meeting the specific requirements. They can compare and then choose what fits best. Then we have Uber or Grab cab services. The app shares the availability of cabs around you and makes it easier for you to hail a cab. Similarly, our platform neXat is an aggregator of satellite managed services, sharing the managed services availability globally on different bands and technologies, making it easier for you to buy or sell satellite services. We specifically target VSAT services for satellite internet. Our focus segments are satellite operators, teleport and hub operators, ISPs, resellers, and government and enterprises. So we work with everyone in the satellite services value chain. It is important to note that SAT ADSL does not own any teleport or hub or ISP license. So we are not competing with anyone. We are only enabling you to sell more. Now, let's take a few scenarios. Now, in the scenario where you have free capacity on your hub, we can help you fill up the capacity by bringing in new customers, by selling through our network of resellers. Now, if you're limited by the type of services you can offer your customers because of the hub technology chosen, then by connecting to neXat, you can offer any type of service to your customers which are natively not possible. If you get a customer requirement to provide a service in a region where you do not have coverage or your existing beam is full, then you can quickly find possible solutions to offer on neXat. This way, you retain your customer and add revenue. So our service has four unique offerings: platform as a service, aggregation of connectivity services, enabling new services, and eMarketPlace. Let me explain each in more detail. Now, platform as a service is sold to teleport and hub operators, allowing them to offer the full range of neXat services to their own clients. Here, there is no subscription fee to be paid, no investment to be done by the hub operator, no commitment whatsoever. Because of this, there is absolutely no risk in partnering with us. What we do is that we ask the hub operator to allocate a part of their free capacity to connect to neXat. Using the features on neXat, this capacity can be sold by SAT ADSL or the hub operator. We work on a revenue sharing model, so you won't pay us anything until you're actually generating revenue. Good, right? So the question is, how does it work? Now, traditionally, the hub connects to a remote over satellite and the internet breakout happens from the hub. But in our case, we connect the hub to our POP. Then instead of the traffic shaping and the SLA enforcement taking place in the hub, it takes place in our POP. We connect using APIs, which allows us to activate, suspend, reactivate, and decommission sites without manual intervention. It allows us to do deep packet inspection, check on volume and traffic congestion. It also enables us to gather terminal statistics, which are shared in the CMT or the customer management tool. The internet breakout takes place from our POP, not your hub. But in cases where you want to use your IP range for your customers, we can do that. We also enable the customer management tool access for different players in the value chain from our POP. Now, It is up to the service provider to choose who in the downstream chain has the CMP access. We enable access to someone in your downstream chain. We provide the access in white label, which can be branded for your business so that your customers do not see neXat or SAT ADSL anywhere. As you can see, we can enable the access at any level, be it teleport, distributor, customer organization, or end user, with each level having the visibility of the network under them. The second feature is the aggregation of connectivity services. Now, in our business model, we interconnect with different teleports across the globe. We aggregate the free capacity and package them into different service packs. These then sold to ISPs and teleport customers. This concept promotes infrastructure sharing while maintaining anonymity, since we do not disclose teleport names on neXat. Now, with neXat, we can help you, excuse me, overcome any native limitation of your hub. Let's assume you have an old Hughes hub, which can only offer a dedicated and content services, or an iDirect hub that can additionally offer VNO, but it requires additional hardware or license charges. Now, by connecting to neXat, we can enable all types of services, dedicated service, contented service that can be standard or non-standard ratio. We can enable fair usage policy. We can enable time and volume-based vouchers or a VNO without making any investment or paying for a license, simply by using a feature called the VNO Flex, which is a software-based VNO. We can enable any service which is not natively possible. Once again, this is possible because we do the traffic shaping and the SLA enforcement from our POP instead of your hub. For ISPs, we also offer a hotspot solution that they can deploy for themselves or sell to someone like a cruise liner, mall, or park. Now, neXat provides you with an access to a dashboard for a high-quality first-level support. You can see your real-time traffic with guaranteed data rate, burst traffic, and drop packets. You can see historically how traffic flow has been between any two set of date or time. You can see historically the signal levels and the volume consumed. We also do deep packet inspection to classify the type of traffic. Now, if the end user is, for example, a bank, the IT manager can see this data and choose to block certain sites during specific hours. The restriction can be set on specific terminals or on overall capacity. They can also set priority for one site over the others. For mobile terminals, we can also show the route or change in position over a period of time. So far, we have seen that neXat offers you access to worldwide capacity. It enables you to offer any type of service and brings in more business to an extended reseller network. So now, finally, that brings us to the eMarketPlace. Now, instead of explaining this picture, let me show you a live demo. Now, this is our neXat platform with a distributor login. As I mentioned to you, we can enable the access at different levels. So this one is for a distributor. Now, as a distributor, you can see your entire network and also manage your entire network from here. So coming down, you see this option called, or the feature called the eMarketPlace here. When you click on the coverage map, you get the map, the global map. Now, say you're a regional operator in the Asia Pacific market. Now, one of your customer comes to you and says that he has a requirement for a satellite service in Africa. Now, instead of turning them away, you could just come on this platform and then come to the eMarketPlace. Now here, say a customer is looking for a service in South Sudan. So you can zoom up the map, point out where the location where you're looking for a service. Now you can provide service in different bands and different technologies. So for this example, let's say we're looking at a KU band service. So you're going to click on KU band, then let's choose iDirect. And once we do KU band and iDirect, we have some options which are already here. So we can click on the different satellite options. Then you'll be able to see the coverage map, whether it's good for you or you want to see some other options. You can just toggle around and see what works best. Then let's say for this example, we choose a T11N, right? You can see the site longitude and latitude. And if this is okay, it's fine. If you can even make the changes here. Once you click this button, this window opens up. Now here, you can see the satellite chosen. You can see the orbital location, you can see the band of service and the technology, right? You also see the EIRP on that site. Now, what are the services that you can offer your customer on this site? You click here, then you can see that you can offer a contented service, a fair usage policy, unlimited voucher, or a volume voucher. So let's assume unlimited voucher for this example. Now further, in unlimited voucher, we have plenty of options. I'm going to randomly pick up one of them. So now we have chosen a service which is on T11N, and for 1 meg by 256 kbps, a 30 days unlimited voucher. Now the price is already given here. So all you need to do is mark up your margin and make an offer to your customer. Then further, to provide a service, you also need to know what is the hardware required on site, right? So now you can see on the right side the table which is there. So here we see that we need a 1.2 meter antenna. We require an IQ 200 modem. We require a 3-watt BUC and a universal LNB. Now, if you already have the hardware on site, you can simply go on this left menu and click on activation form. And then once you fill up all the information here and submit, it comes to us. Our team validates the information, and if everything is in place, we coordinate with the teleport for service activation. However, say if you do not have the hardware on site, you can just choose what's the quantity that you need to be supplied, okay, and then ask us for a code. This mail comes to us, and we'll get back to you within 48 hours with the code for this hardware. So you will also have the complete information which is required to provide a service. Now, going forward, if you see on this table, there's also the tab, a column mentioned price, which shows 0. And the reason why we don't show the price right now is because we see a lot of fluctuation in prices because of the semiconductor shortage and the shipment costs really fluctuating a lot. But once the market is more stable, we would even be showing the prices here itself. So you wouldn't even have to request a quote to us. You can directly see the prices here and make the offer directly to your customer. Now, think of a scenario if you're working on a global tender for an embassy network or something like that. You have hundreds of sites. In that case, you have to engage with multiple vendors. You have to ask them for quotes. You have to find out what's the hardware required. You have to see who can supply hardware in that location. You have to sign multiple contracts. So practically, such a scenario, it can take you weeks or months to actually go from end to end. But using neXat, you probably can do the entire end-to-end proposal building within an hour or so. So it really simplifies your sales process and shows you multiple options. Further, even if you have a global network on different bands, on different technology or different technologies, you still have a single window to view the overall network. So that's the beauty of this platform. So with that, I'll then move back to the presentation. Good. So coming back to our presentation, our infrastructure has 3 POPs, one in Singapore, one in Brussels, and one in Orlando. Whenever we onboard a new teleport, we connect them to the nearest teleport to minimize the latency. We are also open to setting up additional POPs in other countries if required. Please note that none of the teleports belong to SAT ADSL. We currently have a network of 17 teleport partners and over 100 ISPs worldwide. So as on date, neXat is connected to 33 satellites and over 60 beams. This constantly gets updated as we are adding new partners. So this is the existing satellite coverage that we have on C, KU, and KA band. In fact, we've already added some more beams to cover the complete globe on C and KU band. Plus, we are adding KA band beams regularly as well. Now, this slide summarizes all the features that we can offer. As we offer a complete range of OSS and BSS services, neXat has a ticketing system for escalation of issues, monitoring with alarms. It has a billing system, a payment gateway to collect customer payments online. So customers can choose to pay using e-wallets or credit cards and some other options. neXat provides full traceability to see who made what changes on any terminal. The best part is that all of these features come with the platform at no extra cost. These are available for you to use for your business or offer it to your customer as a value-added service. These are a few awards that we recently have won. We were finalists in WTA Technology of the Year in 2018 and 2019. Most recently, we came second in European Space Agency's Global Space Market Challenge in 2021. We have engaged with all the leading names in the satellite industry. These are some of the well-known players with whom we are already working. Now, SAT ADSL is a privately owned company, and this is SAT ADSL's management team, which is based in Brussels, Belgium. Thierry, Caroline, Michelle, and Fulvio are also the co-founders of SAT ADSL. And with that, so that brings us to the end of our presentation. I hope this was interesting. I would be happy to answer any questions that you may have. Thank you for your time.